Okay, hi everyone, this is Ramona coming back at you. This is like my, I don't know how many times I've tried to attempt to right back there and what have you. Okay, so, and I'm out of breath. Great. Um, so I want to quickly and very, very quickly and fastly touch on the topic of the Shannon Rose Amber Walter situation. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because there are a few of you who are waiting around for my response. Well, the reason why I'm not going to go in on it is because it's gotten to the point where it's not funny anymore. It's not fun anymore. It's not. Um, ever since Shannon Rose came out with her "What Amber Walter Did" video, I just felt like, well, I went ahead and I made, I don't know if I just mentioned that, but I went ahead and I made a long video, but then I just thought, and it was posted for like a half an hour, and I just felt really not right to, posting it because actually it was a lot of things that I just didn't feel very sure of. I didn't really even know what I think about this whole situation. So I'm just going to leave it as my pointers here. I'm going to leave it as it's a very unfortunate situation. I don't know. I've been thinking about just YouTubers in general lately. There's another person who you guys may not know about, and I just heard her news yesterday, and I was just like, wow, like the things that people go through, like the stress levels and their personal lives, and it's like real stuff, and even when it's just insane and the insanity of it all, it's really, really stressful. And for someone to like make a comical video, and it's not that it was comical, but I definitely like enjoyed making the video. Like I was like, ooh, this is like really interesting. It's really gossip, So, and the other thing is that I had to tap into a time when I had to go through not quite similar, but nobody's story is similar. But I was remembering a time when I was in a relationship. It was a very toxic and abusive, physically and emotionally, and just all levels of abuse. And when Shannon and Amber had to do, it's not domestic, obviously, but when they had to make reports against each other for whatever reason, I don't even know. Okay, whatever. Okay, but this has been stretched out, prolonged. Like it's just crazy. Something that should have just died a long time ago. But I do remember a time when it was quite similar to their story, where it's frustrating when somebody doesn't believe your side of the story, and then you have, in their case, it was a huge YouTube community coming up against each other, where, sorry, that's my train, not my train, but the train out there, trolley rather. But I remember a time when I had a whole community up against me. This wasn't social media, but this was like a whole community, because I was dealing with a nutcase person who didn't want to leave me alone. It was really, to this day, like I'm still dealing with it. It's not the level where it was, but it was just like, I remember crying and being emotional, and like this one thing just became my life existence, where I had to do my life around this one clump of this just insanity, this mess. And I was knowing that I was in the right. Like, I just broke up with somebody who was just not, I had every right to break up with this person who was just not treating me right. It was just not a healthy situation, and that person just made me pay like for years, not for a couple of months, but for years. We had to go to court. We had to do the whole thing. It doesn't feel good when you're not believed, even by the judge. But then when you pull out that last minute paper, like, see, oh, here's the proof. You know, and I finally got that restraining order. Thank God, somebody finally believed me. You know, and as the years went by, when people in my community got to know me, they're like, oh, hell no, that's, you know, Ramona is nothing like the way this other woman was saying that she is. So my whole point is that I get it. Like, I get it for, like, either Amber or Channon, you know, whatever the situation is, somebody's lying, somebody's not telling the truth. Somebody's not, but on both sides, you know, maybe somebody's not, you know, well, or maybe somebody, I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't want to go in the whole situation, but both sides are just really, really frustrated, and they really want people to believe them, and I know that it's really, really, like, just crazy, and what they're going through is their own private thing. I took it to a level with my first video, and I just don't feel that I need to, like, take it any further than I already have, okay? And I think that's because there's no facts to present. It's only my opinion. So, and when it's this serious, when the courts are involved and lawsuits. I don't even know if Shannon's gonna go and do that, but like the whole thing, like this is just out of control, and I just want to like put hands off, you know, with that situation. And the other reason why I concluded this is because yesterday there's somebody who I used to really like on YouTube. And I don't know, like, it's kind of weird, you know, like when you don't really kind of like somebody on YouTube, but you can't help but to watch them, you know, because you just want to see what they're gonna do with craziness. And then, like, I like reading the comments from other people. This person has, like, amazing support, and then she also has, like, amazing amounts of haters, like, people just, like, no. And no matter what she does, like, just, you know, she's a little crazy mess. Her cooking videos are actually pretty decent. She should go with that. She won't make a, you know, I don't know, like, maybe she won't go, like, too huge with that, but she might. But anyways, her name is Nenina Santiago, aka her real name is Denise Nunes. I can't say it, Muniz. Or I can't pronounce it, but anyway, so as of late, she's been using her channel as a place to communicate with her family. Like, her channel went into, like, a completely different direction, and it wasn't about, you know, her family was trying to out her for ABCD, being bisexual, being in the entertainment industry, all these secrets that her ex-husband, who she just recently divorced, the NFL player, you know, he's like trying to get her just to go a little nuts. Now, I've dealt with that as well. Not with the one that I just mentioned, but another ex, actually the father of my children. I've dealt with the insanity of that as well. When you have an angry ex, and they're just for whatever reason, they don't want to be with you, but they don't want you to live happy, and they just want to, like, suck you dry, or they do secretly want you, but they know that the other one, just, they don't like you anymore. I told that dude, like, I don't like you anymore. There's nothing left. There's nothing inside of me. There's no connection. But can we get along for the sake of the kids, you know? But anyways, in her situation, like, yeah, her family is just, like, really coming down on her from every category. Her ex-husband, her mother, her sister, her brother, like, everybody's, like, coming at her, and she's cracking. From one video after the next video after the next video after the next video, this woman is cracking, and I don't know if this family of her of hers has any leg to stand on. Like, I mean, the logical thing is that her family knows this woman better than us YouTubers are ever going to know. We don't know anything. That's like the reality of it, you know. The family always knows. However, I happen to do know that when some people have that kind of family who's just no, they're just messed up all around. And I can't tell you either or. This family's telling the truth, like saying that this girl is very unwell, or they're just shitty family members. You know, that you can't tell. But anyways, it all stopped being entertaining. Like, it all stopped being like, I hate wanting to say like entertaining, but the reality is, let's be honest, let's be truthful. We watch YouTubers for the entertainment. You know what I mean? For different levels of entertainment. Some people are diehard fans, while others are just, you know, viewers, you know, because they don't have any loyalty to anybody on YouTube, because it's just YouTube, you know. But as of yesterday, she was going through something really F-U-C-K'd up, like you wouldn't believe. Her ex-husband pushed her to a point where there was no return. I guess the ex-husband called the police on this woman I'm talking about. This woman barricaded herself and her child in her home. She is currently in one or two places. She's either in jail being held for bail, or her mother is the one, because her mother has her own channel as well, had said that Nina, aka Denise, is actually in, my feet are freezing, in a mental institution because the woman is like cracked. But let me tell you something. I don't know if she was born with a disorder, but I do tell you, I had to sit, I got a little emotional. Because just imagine, you know, I love my children so much, just to even like think for one solitary moment that they would be taken away from me just plays with my heart like chords, you know. But I honestly swear to God, if somebody were to come in and try to strip me away from my children, I'd be in that corner, tucked up in a ball, rocking and smashing my head against the wall. Yes, I would go. I think I would go insane if somebody came in here and said, "We're taking your kids away. You're never going to see them again. And if you do, it won't be for a long time, and it will be through a glass window." That would like push me over the edge. My life, for a major chunk of time, was based just all for my children. That's what I live for. They're my life force, you know. So I had to like go and think about like, what is Nina going through? Like, she was probably she cracked, and I get it. A lot of people feel like she has like a lot of younger viewers, you know, and they don't get it. They don't have children. They don't understand. Of course they have parents, but teenagers don't understand how much love their parents have for them. Like, it's crazy. Like, your children are your left arm. Well, I'm left-handed, so that's my most important arm. But yeah, so I don't know. She's sitting there, and you know, she had made a last video while the police were outside barricaded. While the police were outside, while she had barricaded herself and her son in the house. Like, it's a gated community, and like it was completely flooded by patrol cars and everything. But apparently they got her. And but it was just crazy because she took that time to make a video, and you know, that's not quite normal either. Because, like, you know, I just don't think that, yeah, I'm not coming down on her at all, because I don't, when you're going through something like that, that's insane. Your wits and your brains are not about, you know, they're not about you. Wherever your emotions pull you towards to react and do is sometimes that happens, especially when you come a long line, like her family, especially her ex-husband, who she just recently got a divorce to, placed her under so much stress that so this wasn't like a one insulated thing. This was her being abused, months, day after day, weeks after months, and then bam, this one, and then like the last thing that he did to really hurt her, because he knew there was only one thing that she gave a shit about, was the kid, and he did all that he could to strip Nina away from her child. And like I said, I don't know if she's not well enough to take care of her kid or not, but I don't think so. Like, she supported her mom, and she womaned up. I think like the only thing that she was doing that wasn't quite right, I don't know, in the eyes of video, like as you see me, was that she was a prostitute. I don't know, we don't know, because she said she was in the adult industry. And then she in this latest video, the last video, she was talking about her girls, Snowflake and Tori, I think there was another one. My feet are so cold. So we don't know if she's a madam or a stripper, or I think she's definitely a stripper, but I also think that she may be a madam, or it's not pornography, but it is. I believe she's a stripper, and I believe that she possibly is a madam, but I don't know. But shit, like I wish that I knew her, because I would have let her know that a judge would not take your kids away from you. Just be honest. Hey, throughout all this YouTube drama, the one thing that I can say to anybody who may be going through drama, is to speak your truth. Always be truthful to your YouTubers, because your YouTubers can either put you on a pedestal or cut you down, like lay you down. And it depends on how important YouTube is to you, because some people just shut it off, like, okay, alright, I'll come back in a few months, I'm good. While other people, they depend on this, like this is their job, like, you know what I mean, like this is their source of income, a part of it. So, I don't know, like, yeah, so like all that is happening, and I'm just like, wow, you know, like people, we usually tend to forget, like, the person on the other side of the screen is a human being too. And people are like, what is that noise? People are like coming down on this girl, like, let go, whoa. Like, girl, what was you thinking? You never know what you're gonna do until you walk in that woman's shoes or that man's shoes. You never know what the hell you're gonna do in that moment. You just never know. So I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm also going to make another video. It's just so weird. I don't understand why I do this. The day that I'm extremely busy, and I have been busy, but today is like business day. I have like some business to take care of. I do have a few more hours to take care of that. But yeah, shit. I always do that, like do things like last minute. But I get it done. Okay. So, I'm going to make another video, y'all, and I think it's going to be a story time. Okay, love y'all. Bye.